Chapter 39. Trypticon rose from the surface, finishing the change to its nemesis mode as it freed itself from Cybertron's gravity well and exited the planet's atmosphere. On it rode Megatron, Soundwave, Starscream, and their closest cadre of Decepticon commanders. Megatron raised Shockwave, whom he had ordered to oversee the final push into Eakin. Now that he understood Optimus Prime's real objective, how could he have missed it? He needed to change Shockwave's commission. Shockwave, I leave Cybertron to you until I return. And I will return, make no mistake. Do not think of this as a promotion. Rather, I need someone to keep my position warm for me while I go and take care of the Autobots once and for all. I can count on you? You will find Cybertron exactly as you left it, Shockwave promised. I hope not, Megatron said. What are you going to do with all of your time? You are going to rebuild. Take the Autobots who survive. Do not kill any more of them than you have to. The rest, indulge your scientific curiosity. See how the Transformer might be improved, what might be learned from composing new forms. Then put them to work. Through work they will learn what it must have been like to be in one of the lower castes, and they will understand that the Autobot cause was a doomed one. When I come back, Shockwave, I want to find a Cybertron on which there is not a single Autobot left. That is your task. Do not fail me. On board the Ark, as it passed across the ephemeral and ever-shifting boundary between atmosphere and space, Optimus Prime's old personal frequency, Orion Pax's, really, sparked to life again. So you managed to bring down Trypticon Station even after Shockwave's innovations, Megatron said. Congratulations, brother. Now I am brother again, Megatron? Optimus Prime found that the farther he got from Cybertron, the less he wanted to hold to the old ways of communication he had kept there. We will always be brothers. We are bound together, Megatron said. You cannot escape me, brother. I will hound you across the stars if I must, until every star in the galaxy has burned itself into a cinder. I will hunt you, and I will find you, and when I find you, he held up a clenched fist into the frame, I will, as I promised, see what the core might have sequestered inside the body of the so-called Prime. Hunt me then, brother, if your hunt means that Cybertron will escape your madness. Optimus Prime looked out into the space beyond the asteroid belt and the two moon bases. There was the chain of space bridges. Some were little more than clusters of debris, remnants of ancient accident or sabotage, others still had the look of the gateways they were, and one, the one that Alpha Trion had confirmed, still had the faint glow of Energon life. Next to that image, a stem-facing sensor array showed the outline of the Nemesis, gaining swiftly. Megatron, thought Optimus Prime, you betray your true colors. Now that Cybertron could have been yours, a sickened Cybertron, in constant upheaval, perilous to any and all life on its surface, but still yours, you throw it aside to pursue a grudge. Faster, he said, and the Ark understood. Power thrummed through it as it accelerated. Megatron's ship still gained, but more slowly. Optimus Prime looked over at his pilot. Sideswipe, will that ship catch us before we arrive at the space bridge? After brief calculation, Sideswipe answered with the one answer that maximized the complexity of the situation. It's too close to call, he said. Faster, Optimus Prime said again, and again he heard the pitch of the hyperdrive engines increase, and again he hoped it would be enough. It was, or it was not. Eons would pass before Optimus Prime knew. What he could know was what he could observe, which was, after he had found the time to reflect, and consult the Ark's records, and puzzle out some of the more mysterious readings from its various sensors, something like this. The space bridge, unused for more cycles than anyone knew how to count, functioned, for a moment. Its radiance enveloped the Ark. Inside, standing on the great ship's bridge, Optimus Prime considered all that had been lost. Then, as the pursuing Nemesis came into contact with the space bridge, before it had fully processed the Ark, The bridge collapsed and disintegrated within a unit of time so small that no Cybertronian could have known what to call it or how to measure it. One moment they were on the space bridge, the next a great number of things had already happened without them having actually experienced any of them in what they could have conceived of as real time. The disintegration of the space bridge released enough energy and energon to momentarily and locally tear the fabric of space-time. Through that tear fell the Ark, and the Nemesis, emerging somewhere. The tear then knit itself back together as the energy discharge dissipated, and the Ark of the Autobots floated in space, amid unfamiliar stars. That was Optimus Prime's conjecture as he stood at the bridge of the Ark looking out into an emptier space than he was accustomed to seeing. Megatron's Nemesis was nowhere in sight. And nowhere on any of the Ark's sensor arrays, which could detect ship-sized objects halfway to the nearest star. "Where are we?" Jazz asked. Prowl was squinting at the display. "I have no idea," he said. "These stars aren't on any chart that was in the Hall of Records." A sensor lit up on the control panel, and Prowl froze. So did Optimus Prime. "Is that what?" "Yes. It is." "The Allspark," breathed Optimus Prime. "It is near." "Not near, exactly," Prowl said. "But close enough that the Ark could detect it." "Then let us go find it," said Optimus Prime. The Ark carrying the surviving Autobots adjusted its course and thrust away, the unfamiliar stars of an unfamiliar spiral arm galaxy spreading away from them on all sides. "When can we get home again?" Bumblebee asked, his vocoder temporarily working again. "Does the Ark know the way?" "I know the way," Optimus Prime said. He tapped his chest and felt the tap resonate in the matrix of leadership, which together with his spark animated him and made him who he was. He was the leader of the Autobots, the bearer at the matrix that would light the Cybertronians' darkest hour. They were in a place no Transformer had ever been, fleeing a despotic enemy from a homeworld that was about to convulse and partially destroy itself before it could begin a process of healing that would be as long as the lifespans of some hot stars. Yet they would persevere, because they were Autobots. They had seen worse, and survived. They would survive this as well, with the Allspark out there as their beacon and the promise, sometime in the distant future, that they would be able to return to Cybertron and claim it for their own once more. "Let Megatron chase us across the stars," thought Optimus Prime. "We will wage our battle to destroy the evil forces of the Deceptions wherever it may take us. And one day, we will go home."
I'm glad you enjoyed that video/gameplay. Just remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Until next time, goodbye!